Are you drowning your plants or thirsting for knowledge on perfect watering? This question might seem simple, but the art of plant hydration is a delicate dance that varies from species to species. Just as every plant is unique in its beauty, so too are its watering needs. Some prefer a gentle mist, others a deep soak. Today, we'll embark on a journey to uncover the secrets of perfect plant hydration. Discover the secret to perfect plant hydration. From succulents to ferns, we'll show you how to give your green friends exactly what they need. Every plant has unique hydration needs. Let's find out how to assess them. Just like people, every plant is an individual, with its own water requirements that depend on a variety of factors. The first factor to consider is the plant's environment. Is it in a sunny spot or a shady corner? Plants in sunnier spots will require more water as they lose moisture more quickly due to evaporation. Conversely, those in shady areas may need less. Next, we need to look at the type of soil in which the plant is growing. Different soils have different water retention capabilities. For instance, sandy soil tends to drain water very quickly, so plants in this type of soil may need more frequent watering. On the other hand, clay soil retains water for longer, meaning plants potted in it may not need watering as often. The plant's root system also plays a critical role in determining watering needs. Some plants have deep, extensive root systems that can draw water from further down in the soil, while others have shallow roots that rely on surface moisture. It's important to research your plant's root type and adjust your watering schedule accordingly. A plant's water needs can also vary with its growth cycle. During active growth periods, usually in the spring and summer, plants tend to require more water. During dormancy, typically in the fall and winter, they usually need less. Lastly, the type of plant is a crucial factor. Succulents and cacti, for example, are adapted to arid environments and can go for long periods without water. In contrast, tropical plants like ferns and orchids are used to humid climates and need a consistent supply of moisture. The key here is to observe your plants. If they're thriving, keep doing what you're doing. If they look a little under the weather, it might be time to reassess their watering needs. Remember, understanding your plant's needs is the first step to perfect watering. With a little knowledge and observation, you can ensure your green friends stay happy and healthy. Overwatering and underwatering can harm your plants. It's important to know the signs. Let's begin with overwatering. It's a common misconception that plants are always thirsty, but the truth is, too much of a good thing can be harmful. Overwatered plants often show symptoms like yellowing leaves, particularly if the leaves also feel bloated and soft. You might notice that the growth has slowed down or even stopped altogether. In severe cases, you may see fungus or mold forming on the soil surface or black, rotten roots when you take a look beneath the soil. If you've been a little too generous with your watering can, don't fret. Start by cutting back on watering and ensure your plant has proper drainage. If the situation is dire, you may need to repot the plant in fresh, dry soil. Remember, it's easier to fix underwatering than overwatering, so when in doubt, err on the side of less water. Now let's turn to underwatering. Underwatered plants often have dry, brittle leaves that may start to brown at the edges. You might also see slow growth or leaf drop. The soil will feel dry to the touch, even when you dig a little deeper beneath the surface. To revive an underwatered plant, water it thoroughly, allowing the water to soak through the entire root zone. Then, let the excess water drain out to prevent waterlogging. Going forward, adjust your watering schedule to ensure your plant gets the hydration it needs. So how do you strike the perfect balance between overwatering and underwatering? The key is to understand your plant's specific needs. Factors like the type of plant, its size, the pot it's in, and the environment it's in all play a role in determining how much water it needs. With these signs in mind, you can prevent overwatering and underwatering, keeping your plants healthy. Different plants require different watering techniques. Let's explore some of them. Let's start our journey with succulents, those charming desert dwellers that are all the rage in minimalist home decor. Succulents prefer the bottom watering technique. This involves placing your potted succulent in a tray of water, allowing the roots to drink up from the bottom. It's a slow and steady process, but it ensures that the water reaches the roots without making the leaves soggy. Next, we have garden plants like roses, daisies, and let's not forget the humble tomato plant. They enjoy a good shower, courtesy of overhead watering. This technique mimics a rainfall, hydrating the plant's entire surface, encouraging strong growth and keeping pests at bay. Remember, early morning is the best time for overhead watering, as it allows the plants to dry off during the day, preventing fungal diseases. And then we have the prima donnas of the plant world, the tropical species. These plants, like ferns and orchids, hail from humid rainforests, and they prefer their water in the form of a fine mist. A good misting not only hydrates their leaves, but also increases the humidity around them, making them feel right at home. But it's not just about how you water, it's also about how much. Succulents, with their water storing capabilities, need watering only once every couple of weeks. Garden plants, on the other hand, require a good soak a few times a week, depending on the weather. And tropical species need their daily misting to keep their humidity levels up. Also, keep in mind that these are general guidelines, and individual plants within these categories can have their own specific watering needs. So don't be afraid to do a little research about your green friend's preferences. Mastering these techniques will ensure each of your plants gets the right amount of water. And remember, the best watering technique is the one that keeps your plants happy and thriving. So, go forth and hydrate and watch your garden flourish. The type of pot and soil you use significantly impacts your plant's hydration. Let's delve into why. First, let's talk pots. The material of your pot plays a crucial role in how quickly water drains out. Clay pots, for instance, are porous and allow water to evaporate from the sides. This means they dry out faster than plastic pots, making them a good choice for plants that prefer dry conditions, such as succulents or cacti. On the other hand, plastic pots retain water longer, which can be beneficial for plants that enjoy consistently moist soil. Now on to soil. The kind of soil you use can affect water retention and drainage. Generally, there are 3 types to consider: sandy, silty, and clay. Sandy soil has large particles that don't hold on to water well, so it tends to dry out quickly. Silty soil, with its smaller particles, retains water better but can become compacted and hinder root growth. Clay soil holds on to water the longest, but it can easily become waterlogged and suffocate plant roots. A balanced, well-draining soil mixture is often the best choice for most indoor plants. This typically includes a mix of peat moss, perlite, and compost. The peat moss retains moisture, the perlite ensures good drainage, and the compost provides essential nutrients. Understanding how water moves through soil is also key to successful watering. When you water your plant, the moisture should evenly distribute throughout the pot, reaching all the roots. If the water quickly drains to the bottom or pools on the surface, it's an indication that your soil structure could be improved. Providing proper drainage is another important factor. Excess water should be able to escape through drainage holes, preventing waterlogging and root rot. If your pot doesn't have a drainage hole, adding a layer of gravel or broken pottery pieces at the bottom can help create a makeshift drainage system. In conclusion, the materials of your pot and the type of soil you choose can significantly affect your plant's hydration. So next time you're potting a plant, remember that these elements are just as important as the watering schedule itself. Choosing the right pot and soil can make a big difference in your watering practices. Want to take your watering game to the next level? Consider these advanced tips. As the seasons change, so do your plant's hydration needs. In the sultry days of summer, your green friends will likely require more frequent watering to combat the heat and increased evaporation. On the flip side, during the chilly months of winter, watering should be dialed back as plants enter a state of dormancy and water loss significantly slows down. But it's not just about when to water, it's also about what to water with. The type of water you use can greatly impact your plant's health. Rainwater, for instance, is a natural choice that's often rich in beneficial nutrients. But if that's not readily available, tap water can do the trick too. Just be mindful of its chlorine content, which can be harmful to some sensitive species. If in doubt, let tap water sit out overnight to allow chlorine to evaporate before using it. And for those living in areas with hard water, consider using distilled or filtered water to avoid buildup of salts and minerals in the soil that can potentially harm your plants. With these advanced tips, you're well on your way to becoming a watering pro. Keep in mind, though, that each plant is unique and what works for one may not work for another. So stay observant, stay flexible, and most importantly, stay curious. Your green friends will thank you for it.